G'day travellers, an Aussie abroad here. In today's episode, we look at Himeji Garden, a Zen garden on the southern terrace of Adelaide CBD. Explore a bit of the city that I haven't seen before, and make our way to Montefiore Hill, which I've been told is one of the best viewing platforms to view Adelaide's CBD. The Adelaide Himeji Gardens in the South Parklands was a gift from Adelaide's sister city, Himeji, in 1982. The entrance is from the South Terrace between Pulteney and Hutt Streets. The enclosure is one of only a few classical Japanese gardens in Adelaide. It was originally designed by council staff. However, following 2 visits by Japanese landscape designer Yoshitaka Kumada in the late 1980s, its layout was improved to adhere to traditional principles. The garden is split into a sansui, a mountain and lake garden, and a karesansui, a dry rock garden, intended to evoke mountains surrounded by water. Adelaide has 5 sister cities: Georgetown, Penang, Malaysia; Christchurch, Canterbury, New Zealand; Qingdao, Shandong, People's Republic of China; Austin, Texas, USA; and Himeji, Hyogo, Japan. Partway through 1980, the Ambassador of Australia in Japan informed the then Lord Mayor of an approach from the city of Himeji for the establishment of a sister city relationship. On the 22nd of February 1982, the City of Adelaide resolved unanimously that arrangements be made to establish bonds of friendship between the 2 communities, and thereby initiate the development of the association between them as sister cities. A proclamation was signed formally by the Mayor of Himeji and then the Lord Mayor of Adelaide in Himeji on the 19th of April 1982. A corresponding resolution to that set out in the proclamation was adopted by the City of Adelaide on the 24th of May 1982. The sister city relationship with Himeji has been established for the purposes of deepening mutual understanding, friendship and goodwill through programs of education, cultural, social and economic exchange. The proclamation contains the hope that a long and deep friendship between the 2 cities will contribute to the cause of world peace and the prosperity of mankind. Adelaide Himeji Garden is open every day of the week from 8 AM till 5:30 PM and is free for all to go to. Located within Witawira Park on the South Terrace of Adelaide. Himeji is a particularly attractive city situated in Hyogo province, which is 480 kilometers southwest from Tokyo. Himeji has a population of 530,000 people and gained a city government in 1889. Himeji has a very colourful history from its beginnings as a castle town to its current day presence as a vibrant cultural centre and a hub for economic and industrial activity. Himeji is also well known for having the oldest wooden castle in Japan.
This is Himeji Park. I've got to be a bit quiet because there's people relaxing, but it's worth coming to. It's absolutely gorgeous to look at. However, it is very small. So if you do have the time, and you want to kill, a little bit of time, it's worth coming out to, and it's very, very peaceful. But it doesn't necessarily need to be on your to-do list because it is tiny. You can walk around this thing in all 5 minutes. Totally free to come into, but be warned, very small, but at the same time, totally worth it.
After spending about 45 minutes to an hour at Himeji Garden, I decided to go for a walk to Victoria Square, an area which I hadn't yet looked at, and yet quite famous for its surroundings. Victoria Square, also known as Tandanyanga, is a public square in Adelaide. The square is the centre of the city's grid of 1 square mile. It was named by the Street Naming Committee on the 23rd of May 1837 after Princess Victoria, then heir presumptive of the British throne. Less than a month later, the king died and Victoria became queen. The Kaurna people know the area as Tandanyanga, the dreaming place of the red kangaroo. A statue of Queen Victoria from a model by C.B. Birch stands near the centre of the square. A gift to the people of Adelaide from Sir Edwin Smith. It was cast by Moore & Co. using bronze specifically made from Wallaroo and Moonta copper and unveiled on the 11th of August 1894. During the Christmas period, it is traditional for a 24.5 metre high Christmas tree to be erected in the northern part of the square. Victoria Square is bordered by numerous public institutions at its north and south ends, including the Supreme Court of South Australia, the Adelaide Magistrates Court, the Federal Court of Australia, the historic Old Treasury Building, now a hotel run by the Adena Hotel chain, and the Adelaide General Post Office. On the eastern side is the Roman Catholic Cathedral, the South Australian Water Headquarters, state government offices, including the Office of the Premier, and the Torrens Building.
Between the lines, I'll keep my gaze straight ahead as the last stop flies by. No more waiting for the gun to fire, no more walking through revolving doors. I've gone around once.
In 1837, Surveyor General Colonel William Light mapped a plan for the city of Adelaide. The design incorporated a central square to function as Adelaide's focal point and provide open space for recreational activities. On his first map, Light called the precinct the Great Square. It was eventually named in honour of Princess Victoria, as we know, then heir to the throne of England.
I'm here at the Donald Bradman Monument. Now, I've asked a few sources and they all tell me that there's actually no observation decks in Adelaide overlooking the city. However, I have been told that there is a place called Montefiore Hill, which is somewhere nearby here, which overlooks much of Adelaide. So we're going to walk there and see how we go.
You can't win them all, but I'm proud I tried. I'm glad we had a dialogue. It's good to shape the mind. Speeding up the pace, turning up the heat. Where I need to be for the first time. Taking risks.
This is Montefiore Hill. It's peaceful, pretty quiet, on the edge of town. But as you can see, can't really see too much other than the Adelaide Oval. It's free to come to. All it is a little corner, really, on the intersection of two streets. And it's really nice, don't get me wrong. But I thought I'd be able to see a little bit more than... Well, this.
Where we stand now is known as Montefiore Hill, which also became known as Light's Vision, after the statue of Colonel William Light was moved here from Victoria Square in 1938. Light was a Surveyor General of the colony of South Australia, and his 1837 plan for the city of Adelaide remains much as he planned. The redevelopment of Adelaide Oval in 2012 and 2013 means that the view over the city is no longer as prominent as the original site was. The design of Light's Vision and its balustrading was influenced by a prominent architect in the state who was well known for his typically Italianate designs, such as those that can be seen at the University of Adelaide. After settlement and until beautification, much of the parklands were used for practical purposes, such as the grazing of animals, camping, and tree felling. From this place you can appreciate why the Adelaide parklands and city layout is listed as a National Heritage Place. Light's plan for the city took advantage of higher land to give views over the city and parklands, towards the Adelaide Hills in the distance. The parklands encircle the city and remain intact to this day. That's about all I have time for today, travellers. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Stay tuned for more Adelaide. And as always, this is an Aussie Abroad, signing off.